Using modern technological tools is a crucial factor in carrying out evaluation work. In this context, the Independent Office of Evaluation of IFAD organised an international conference on information and communication technologies for evaluation, or ICT4Eval, which took place at IFAD headquarters in Rome on the 6th and 7th of June. The conference brought together over 200 participants from across the development sector, including United Nations organizations, governments, the private sector, civil society, international NGOs, and academia. They shared their knowledge and experience in using ICTs to improve the effectiveness of evaluation and to strengthen development impact. Gilbert Humbo, president of IFAD, opened the conference and highlighted the potential technological divide.
We must find ways to address the divide between what we, as development practitioners, want technology to do and what technology developers are themselves interested in creating. One has to drive the other, not the other way around.
Oscar Garcia, director of IOE and chair of the Evaluation Cooperation Group of Multilateral Development Banks, added the human aspect of ICT.
Behind all the use of technology, there are people. Behind every data point, you have a human story. And we should keep that in mind. It's not just about technology, it's about bringing better results for development.
Haishan Fu and Jyrki Pulkkinen shared insights about the role that ICTs can have in development evaluation, as well as the challenges.
We really need to focus on collectively to invest in the institutional capacity and the technical infrastructure in those countries in order for us to generate the right kind of information from those countries so that we can design the right policy for them.
Of the most important decisions related to use of ICT in evaluations are done in the beginning of the interventions to be evaluated, in the planning phase of the intervention, not in the planning phase of the evaluation. So it's very important to try to influence with those people who are actually planning the programs. And that's a big challenge.
Over the 2 days of the conference, keynote addresses were given and 4 plenaries and 15 breakout sessions were held to cover the 3 stages of the knowledge creation value chain: data collection, data analysis, and data dissemination. For the data collection stage, participants learned how ICTs can provide real-time data for remote monitoring and evaluation in restricted areas, maintaining integrity and quality of evidence. The tools and capacities required to use remote sensing and Earth observation were also discussed. Mobile-based data collection tools can be a time saver, but challenges relating to selection methods, training, infrastructure, and acceptance need to be addressed. Collecting large quantities of data is not an end in itself, but a way to facilitate informed decision-making. Using this as a bridge to the second theme of the conference, data analysis, a panel discussion took place about the role of big data. Data analysis is being transformed through advancements in machine learning. Evaluators have to be aware of the trade-offs between access to much larger data sets and the internal validity of the data. Investing in increasing the technological capacities of evaluators might be expensive at the onset, but it has the potential to give a significant return on investment. It also requires little financial investment once the capacity has been developed in-house. Professor Dave Snowden also gave a talk on when technology can serve as a facilitator of development and when it risks being an additional barrier.
From my point of view, the really exciting thing is to allow people to own their own destiny and to create an evidence-based approach by which they can argue for changes that only they understand locally will work, which are sustainable and resilient. So ICT has huge potential here, But the danger is people are just following down familiar pathways because it's safe. They're not using it to generally innovate in social provision.
The last leg of the conference dealt with innovative approaches to data dissemination. Participants discussed issues around ethics and inclusivity in using technology for evaluation. In addition, modalities were presented for providing feedback on evaluation results to communities. In today's interconnected world, evaluators cannot stay aloof from the massive potential that internet in general and social media in particular hold in connecting with audiences across the world. When sharing evaluation findings and project results, there is always the possibility of distorting figures and misrepresenting reality. A panel discussion provided reflections on the possibilities of using ICT for increased learning and sharing of data with beneficiaries. During the second day of the conference, a tech fair took place featuring 12 vendors. The fair served as a way to anchor the discussion that had taken place during the breakout sessions in a hands-on approach to seeing what ICT4Eval tools look like and what their application means.
Through Collectert, the user can visualize the area of interest of this project, of this activity, and the same plot can be assessed through different satellite products, so to have a full historical analysis of the vegetation trends or lack of trends in time of that specific area.
Caroline Haider, Director General and Senior Vice President of the Independent Evaluation Group of the World Bank Group, and Marco Segoni, Director of the Independent Evaluation Office of UN Women, helped put things in context. Mr. Segoni explained how evaluators should neither resist nor embrace technology, but rather shape its use. Ms. Haider mentioned the limitations of ICTs and how technology is only as good as evaluators who are using it. She also cautioned that technology is not a panacea to a badly designed evaluation. To close, IOE Director Oscar Garcia commented on the need to bridge the divide between technology developers and evaluators, not trying to replace one with the other, but instead focusing on the strengths of both.
We need to recognize that we are evaluators first and not technology wizards. In such a context, the key lies in tapping into complementary and shared capacities with partners. It could mean new collaborations with other participants here too, private sector, NGOs, academia, who also do have a key role to play. We will need to overcome organizational inertia. We will have to learn, innovate, and grow.